G'day guys and welcome to the JFBS Supercoach channel. And today we're going to go through the round or AFL Finals Week 2 review. And to say the least, I think I should retire, honestly. I've had an absolute stinker so far. When it comes to choosing my teams, I didn't think I had any poor players, but just really not good enough at all. And I'm just below par of the 50% mark. And it's really bad, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, this is what the team looked like. So the guys that I brought in, who did I bring in? I brought in Rao, Thilthorpe, Bailey, Witts. Those guys are the same, and Laird and Zorko. So I did the right decision with keeping McCluggage, which was good. I didn't actually watch the Saturday night game just because I was out and I only watched, I'd say, about 2/3 of the Adelaide Hawthorn game. And Hawthorn straight through to the next round, which was pretty cool. I thought they'd get knocked out in the first round, but, they're only one game away from the grand final, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Thilthorpe I thought was an okay bring in. Laird was the best option, and congrats to anyone who had the balls to captain him. I obviously didn't. I just doubled down with Anderson, and just a little disappointing in my opinion. And then Witts, I thought he would have a bigger game against. Uh, was it Darcy Fort or did Oscar McInerney play? Because like I said, didn't watch the game. Oh goodness me! If Oscar McInerney did play, then I made a big mistake. But yeah, while my phone just loads, I'll just talk about some of the other players as well. Thilthorpe with 92. I mean, he had a good spot, as in he had a good time period where he was scoring all right. Uh, no, Darcy Port and McInerney were playing. Oh, but Witts had 45 hitouts, but no other stats. Anyways, yeah. So disappointing that Witts only a 71. Seems like Dawson's vice captain terrible, and Witts being the other vice captain has been great, and Anderson just back to back, just meh. Rao played well, 119, so happy with bringing him in, and Zorko as well, like I mentioned, led. Bailey score didn't count. There's a world where I keep him, but there's also a world where I think I might get rid of him this coming week. But yeah, I'm just having a look. We'll have a look at who scored the most. So I was thinking these two would have been really good, but then Zorko was the only bloke at forward and Bailey, and I already had McCluggage. Just these two needed to be there, unfortunately. And then Meek was the best ruckman of the weekend. Newcomb played really well, 130. So actually, this will be better to show. Gunster had 129. Oh, wow, look at all these high scores from the Brisbane players. Worrell had 110. Oh, goodness me. Dylan Moore, where was that last week? Far out. It cost me that. That's like a 30-point turnaround. Not that that would have really changed my opinion on how the team went. Yeah, interesting. Dawson just disappointing. You'd think for a guy like him he would step up to a big occasion. Have a look at rankings and have a look, as you can see. I'm ranked 25,000. That is just horrible. Week 2, who had the most points in week 2? Anne's All-Stars. Well, congrats to you. Wow. Your lowest score was a 92. Oh, I could only dream of something like a team like that. My lord. And beat the next team by 9 points and then 10 points. Congrats to Laird, though. You couldn't have. I mean, the perfect round would have been your vice Newcomb. Or actually, no, it'd be Ashcroft. Oh, my lord. That is a pretty big week. But yeah, now it's prelim finals time. So we got to say goodbye to most of my team, really. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's just Brisbane players that are there. Also, I don't tip or anything, but I've been horrible of like guessing who's going to go through and play and win whichever game. Oh God, I've been, like I said, horrible with that. In that first round, I would have said Adelaide would beat Collingwood. I thought GWS would beat Hawthorn. I thought Brisbane would beat Geelong. And then I got the one I was correct about was I thought Gold Coast would beat Freo. But then even like this last weekend, just thought Adelaide would come back and, bounce back. And then Brisbane just like shocked everyone. And Gold Coast just, I don't know, like I said, don't know how they scored, but just, I don't know, it's just bizarre. Well, for Rux, I'm going to have to come back to him playing against Geelong. Welcome back to the team, mate. That's probably the ruckman I'm going with. For midfielders, some good options would be. I'm having a look actually forwards. Who would be all right? Could go Gunston. I'm trying to think of like, bring back Myers maybe. He'd love a big game. I'd honestly do something like Myers and more, like in the first round. Bailey, no, there's better. Like it frees up a spot for what am I trying to say? Like a guy like Max Holmes or Bailey Smith or Nick Dacos. So that's probably the reason why I'd get rid of him. And then defenders. The only guy I can really think of for myself is Josh Dacos, I'll be honest. Going against Brisbane. Tom Stewart, have a big game against Brisbane. Yeah, that's probably my. I was thinking it's Josh Dacos that I'm bringing in. Not many. There's no like halfbacks other than Zorko and Max Holmes. Max Holmes would be good. Dunkley would be good, and Ashcroft will be good. Like I'm looking at these four. Geelong's the only team that has taggers, and considering that they play Hawthorn, don't have any Hawthorn midfielders, so Newcomb might get locked up, which I think he did early in the year against Mullen. But yeah, that's probably what you should be aiming for. So yeah, only two players I'm really keeping in my team by the end of the week. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to not the preview, the review of the AFL Finals Week 2 team. I think I should just give up, honestly. No, there's no coming back from this. I just want at this point, I just want one good week, and if that's this week or next week, I'll be thrilled. But yeah, and also like to mention that last video was when I said about Jason Tatum would be a great pick. Couple comments mentioned that they thought I was being serious. My sarcasm is horrible, so I'll probably need to do something like, yeah, I really, really think Tatum's a good idea. Let me know. But that was funny. I do know that Tatum's injured. I just want to preface that. Anyways, I will post my NBA initial squad team either Monday or Tuesday, so tomorrow or Tuesday. And yeah, thanks for guys watching. Hope for me for a better week this next upcoming week. I'll be doing my team reveal on Thursday. Thanks for tuning in again, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.